Welcome to the Helios instructional video. You'll be learning how to program all functions this microlight has to offer. There are 3 button actions that you need to know. Click, hold, and release. On the left, you will see a colored border that indicates the color of the menu options within the Helios. This is used as a guide so you can follow along. If you ever get lost during the programming of this video, there is a forced sleep option. What you can do is you can hold down for 7 seconds. And after a while, your light should turn off so you can start all over. This is the equivalent of taking your batteries out when you accidentally enter a menu or don't know what's happening while you're programming. Let's go ahead and start. The moment you receive your Helios set, they should be put on glow lock. In order to take them out of glow lock, simply hold down and release on red, and you should have access to all 6 default modes. Let's click through them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to the start. In order to put them back into glow lock, hold and release to turn your light off. Now from off, you're going to hold till it turns red and release on red. And now if you tried clicking, the light is now in glow lock. Next, we're going to program color sets. So what you're going to do is you're going to click to that very first mode. Let's go ahead and edit this mode. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold down and release on cyan, and you now see the colors within that first mode. So you might see red, a little orange, yellow, turquoise, blue, pink. And what you'll see is this blinking red, which means to end editing. So let's go to this orange. We're going to hold down till blinking red, release. That blinking red after holding down means that you're going to delete the light. Now we have yellow, hold that down, release on that blinking red, hold that down, release. We're basically just deleting all the colors in that first mode. And now on this blue, hold down, release on that red, and the pink, hold down, release on that. Delete this red, hold down, release. After you've deleted all the colors, you should just have this blinking white and this blinking red. This blinking white indicates to add a new color. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down and release, and we are now at the color selection. So this is blank, we have white, and here we have all our hues from red to yellow. This is from lime green to turquoise. This is from ice blue to royal blue, and we have the purples to magentas, and here we are back at blank. And so what I want to do is I want to add a red. So we'll go ahead to this blinking red to yellow, and we're going to hold for 1 second. Release once you see that white, and now we're going to click through the colors. So we have red, coral orange, orange, and yellow. So I want red. So we're going to go ahead and go to red. We're going to hold for a sec, release, and just a note, you'll see the light dim, and that's when you release. And we've just selected red. We are now at the saturation menu. So if I keep clicking, you'll start to see that the saturation goes all the way down to a very desaturated red. So I want just a normal red at the highest saturation. You're going to hold that down, release. We are now at the brightness levels. So we have high, medium, lower, and lowest. I want the brightest red. So gonna go ahead, hold down and release. We've just programmed red into that first color slot. Now I want to add blue. So once again, we're gonna go to that blinking white, hold down, release. We're now at the hues again. So let's go ahead and click all the way to the blues. Here we go. We're going to hold down, release. We are now at ice blue, light blue, blue, and royal blue. I want the blue. So again, we're going to go from ice blue, light blue, to blue. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold down, release. Again, we're now at saturation. I want the second level of saturation. So I'm going to go ahead and click one more time. So we're at middle saturation. Hold that down, release. And now we're at brightness. So I want the lowest brightness for this blue. So high, medium, lower, and lowest. hold that down, release. We've just programmed a very low blue onto the color slot, and I'm happy with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click to the blinking red. We're going to hold down, release. This is the mode that we've just created. So this is the first mode, and if I click, you can see this is the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and back to the mode we just programmed. You can add up to 6 colors per mode. We're now going to learn how to edit a specific color within a mode. So let's go to the third mode. So click 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and let's go ahead and edit this mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down to cyan, release, and here we have the colors. We have purple, red, magenta, and blue. Let's go to that very first purple, and what we're going to do is we're going to hold for a sec, release, and now we're in the hues. Let's go ahead and change that to a blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, hold down, release on those hues. Here we have ice blue, light blue, blue, and royal blue. I want to go with ice blue. We'll go ahead, hold down, release. Now we're at saturation. I want this saturation, hold down, release. Brightness, I want this brightness, hold down, release. And now we've just edited that purple to become a ice blue. So now we can flip through the colors. So I'm going to end programming. Go to the blinking red, hold down and release. This is now our third mode. We are now going to learn how to program flashing patterns. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click through whatever mode you want to edit. Let's pick this first one. You're going to hold down till it turns magenta, release at magenta. We are now at the flashing patterns. So this first mode is a ribbon, ultra dops, hyperstrobe, strobe, the list goes on and on. I want strobe. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down, release, and we've just changed the flashing pattern on that first mode. All flashing patterns can be found in the Helios manual. We're now going to learn how to do Conjure Mode. So what you're going to do is you're going to select a mode. Let's pick that first mode. We're going to hold down until we see yellow. And we're going to release at yellow. So now you'll be able to click your light on and off. Simply just like that. We are now in Conjure Mode. If you want to get out of Conjure Mode and want to see all your other sets, we're going to go ahead and have the light on, hold down, and go back to yellow to turn off Conjure Mode. And if I click through the light, here we're back at default modes. We're now going to learn mode reordering through shift mode. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to the second mode, which should look like this. Now, if you want to make this mode the very first mode, what you're going to do is from this mode, you're going to hold down until you see white. Release on white. And now, this mode should be the first mode because it moves this mode up a level. So if I turn it off, first mode should be that mode. And there we go. We are now going to learn how to do randomize mode. So in order to do randomize mode, your lights and your set must be the same. Otherwise, your randomization will be out of sync. So let's go ahead and go to our very first mode. And what we're going to do is from this mode, we're going to hold down till we see rainbow. Release on rainbow. And so every time you do a click, it'll create a randomized mode and they will be all in sync. And I want to pick this mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down, release on that white. And now we've programmed that randomization to be the very first mode. So if I hold down, release to turn it off. Now if I turn it back on, that first mode is now that randomized mode we had just selected. To go into global brightness setting, from off, you're going to hold down and release on green. And now we have high, medium, low, and lowest. I want to keep mine at high, so what I'm going to do is hold down, release, and there we go. To enter master reset from off, you're going to hold down to blue, release on blue. White indicates you want to exit without resetting. Blinking red means that you do want to do the master reset. So you're going to hold down, release, and now your chip should be back to original factory settings.